Hello everyone, I'm back today in the car line. It's Friday and I wanted to just kind of hang out with you guys. I've got about 30 minutes before the car line starts moving. So I want to give you guys some updates. It's been 2 weeks now since Alina started school, and this is the first time, as I mentioned before, the first time in over a decade that I have not had a child, at least one baby at home with me. So it's a little bit of a transition for us as a family, and we're having quite a few different transitions going on right now. So it's just been this beautiful journey, and that's one of the reasons that I didn't post yesterday and I didn't post this morning. It's because we're just trying out a lot of different things, and I would love to share that with you guys. So one of the journeys, of course, is this whole thing with being a stay-at-home mom and a business mom now with no children actually at home, which I'm still kind of processing a lot of emotions. In my own personal inner work journey, I've come a long way, a lot of releasing, forgiving. You know, you guys have seen my whole transition with my marriage and my personal stuff from my childhood. And it's interesting because I, have been on this inner work development journey for over a decade now. But some strange things started coming up for me this week, which I didn't think were an issue. But every day during my meditation, I've been asking, God for support and basically the way I do that is I just say something like, "Dear Divine, please help me see what needs to be released. Please bring forth what I need to heal in me." And I noticed that within a day, 2 days, 3 days, things start coming up or getting ironed out. And it just puts me in this beautiful mode of receivership, because I honestly feel like the universe is always flirting with me. There's always things ringing forth. There's just these beautiful ways that things align. Just right now, I was driving here and I thought I saw a beautiful rainbow, and I smiled, and then when I looked back, there was no rainbow. And so I don't know. I know that if you're not in this mode, some of the stuff might just sound strange to you, but I'm just in this mode of surrender and living in bliss where the best way to describe it is just life is magic and the universe is always flirting with me. And a lot of things, new things and feelings have been coming up for me in the last 2 weeks, and I've been just praying and releasing and journaling and embracing, and it's just been just this beautiful transition. So I hope you guys have been doing that as well in your life. As I say in my work, we're not alone, we're always supported, and we often forget this. We forget to ask for support, we get to ask for answers, and we pretend like we're doing this all on our own, but we're not. And we're always supported. So don't ever forget that, because when you ask for support, you'd be surprised at how the universe delivers it in its beautiful ways. So the other transition we're going through is, you guys know that I believe it was either last year or the year before that, 2018, early 2018, we reached financial independence. We had a 5-year goal when we first started off on this journey, but we ended up reaching it a little bit earlier than we thought. Initially, Irfan thought that he would retire in August of 2020. If you guys remember, that was the date that we had initially announced, but we reached it last year. And so we played around and toyed around with the idea, well, what does he want to do? Does he want to quit? And he said that he wanted to continue working another year and kind of reevaluate every year. So where Irfan is right now, he says that he wants to make the decision by March 2020, which is, just around the corner. But what he's been doing this year is working from home a lot, coming home early, and especially in the last 2 weeks, he's been coming home at 1 p.m., or working from home. And what this is doing for us is it's giving us an opportunity to do some day dating. We've been going on day dates and doing lunches out and things like that, and also transitioning in this beautiful way so that it's not like a big change all of a sudden, where he goes from being at the office all day to working from home all the time, or being home all the time, right? So it's really been helping me in a lot of ways. So it's a slower transition for all of us. Secondly, I find that it helps me remember that I don't have to work all the time, that just because clients are available and just because there's business doesn't mean I have to say yes to everything. And I've in the past couple of weeks, I have tried out working, like having a full 8-hour workday. And quite honestly, even though I thoroughly enjoy what I do, I don't necessarily enjoy working that way. I've just gotten used to working only a couple hours a day. And you know, in the back of my mind, I always thought, oh, you know, when Alina starts school, I'll work full time. And I'm really not sure about that. I probably won't. So I do enjoy just being in, you know, in my home and enjoying my garden and enjoying long lunches and dancing and creating and having conversations with friends and spending time with Irfan, and then working here and there. And so I think for the most part, that's what I'll end up doing. And so that's what we've been basically doing. It's been a lot of fun. And one of the series that I'm currently working on for YouTube is how to have a fun and playful marriage. Because you guys know we didn't always have that, you know, and I have a process of working through this with my clients, but I want to be able to put some of this stuff out on YouTube. And it's a challenge because on social media, so many of us are used to just getting quick tips. Unfortunately, even if I was to give you all the best tips and tricks on the planet, if you haven't done a lot of the inner work, it won't matter. We don't have a shortage of information. We have an overload of information. And the reason most of it doesn't work is because there's a process of unlearning that is very critical to adult embodiment of anything. And I've known this for years, and this is what I've done in my own journey, and this is what I've done in my programs, in that when children learn, their awareness is very clean and open. They're literally like little sponges, right? So when they experience something new, they absorb it, whether it's good or bad, and they learn it. It's a very easy process for them. For adults, because we have a lot of old programming that's running the show in our subconscious mind, you know, 95% of our programming is on subconscious level, then you can take on all this new information from the 5% of the conscious mind, but it will not do anything for you because there's a lot of unlearning and reprogramming. So that's why I'm very hesitant to put this information. People like it and they take it and they'll watch the video, but they won't produce any change because it's a lot of old programming there. And but you know, I do my best with how I can present the information, so hopefully it sticks for you guys. That's why even in my Facebook group, I get so many questions in there on how do I do that, how do I do that. And you have to understand that there's no way that someone can reply in a comment and hand it over, because you have to unlearn decades of your programming and your habits and your negative belief systems and your limiting beliefs, and then the new information is useful. In fact, I find that if you can just unlearn, I bet you already have the right information already there, because we're always taking in new information, but it's not really affecting us in the way that it should. So but you know, I want to put a fun little video together for you guys. So this is the Labor Day weekend. We have some plans this weekend. We're getting a new dishwasher, hanging out with some friends, and so I probably won't be able to do that until next week, but I'm looking forward to putting that out for you guys, and continue sharing my own journey of financial independence and just this next season of womanhood. You know, since I was a little girl, I've always had this belief that my life will start when I'm 40. I don't know where this came from, but I've had this belief that life is just going to blossom after 40. And so I'm turning 39 this year, and I'm super excited, as it's like I've waited my entire life. It's like a dress rehearsal to get to 40, and I've been preparing for that. And my belief has always been I'm just gonna keep getting younger and more fabulous and more successful and happier and more joyful, because something big is coming at 40. So I'm getting close to that, and I'm getting more and more excited. I can feel it. I can really feel it. That's all I can say, is that I can feel something amazing is coming my way. And thank you for being a part of this journey. You guys have been with me for the past 8 years. You've seen me through pregnancies and heartbreak and health issues, and my minimalism journey, my business journey, my every transition. And it feels freaking amazing to know that I have sisters on every part of the planet, and I have women that are of all backgrounds and all ages and all sizes and all shapes and colors and magical beings, just supporting everything that I do and taking this journey with me, and it feels so fabulous. So I hope you're having an amazing Friday, ladies. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you just rock it, okay? And I'll see you guys in the next one.